Hey guys, and welcome to Tokyo Ghoul Rebirth. So this is a new gacha game here, based on the Tokyo Ghoul anime series. Spoiler alert, I have not completed Tokyo Ghoul. I have started watching it because this game came out, but I'm only on season 1, so I don't know everything. I don't know all the characters, stuff like that. So we're going to kind of play it, just check it out, and see overall kind of what we have here. So, yeah, that's fine. I mean, realistically, I'm probably just going to reroll anyway, so if anyone wants his account, there's the info for it. So we'll see what we get. So like, I have no idea who this guy is. I'm kind of just going to skip a lot of this. I kind of want to see the gameplay and whatnot. So I believe this game came out like 2 days ago. I've looked a little bit about it. I did like one reroll, so I kind of know a little bit about what's going on for like combat and whatnot, but I don't know a whole lot. So we're kind of going to just jump in, take a look, kind of show you guys what this game's all about so you can decide for yourself if you want to invest into this game. A couple things that caught me were it's an anime-based game, so I like it for certain reasons and dislike that about some of these games that are based on shows, is that you can get really attached to the characters. So I think that kind of, is a good thing, because especially like when banners come out, like you can really like, what you want to pull for. Like even regardless of if the unit's like a top tier unit or not, if you like the unit, then that's all that's going to matter to a lot of people. On the downside though, is if you don't get the unit that you want, like if you let's say you reroll like a new account and you get some cool stuff, but then later on they introduce new units if like the show's ongoing or whatnot, and you don't get those units. A lot of these games have like banners where units only come around for a certain time. I'm not really a big fan of that, to be honest. I think it kind of sucks because it could cost you a lot of money to get some of these units or a lot of saving. So that's kind of one of the negatives, I feel like, is it's really make or break on the units. But usually they have like a bigger backing because it's like a lot of these are like established IPs. So the game is like probably not going to go anywhere for a while. It's going to have a good fan base just because of the show that it's from. So I think overall these are good games to invest in and to play, just for the simple reason that it's going to be a supported title, and yeah, you can collect your favorite characters. So I think that's kind of cool. So this game, it has really nice graphics. The animations don't seem too crazy, but I mean, maybe when we get some cooler units that might change. So yeah, these gems are the premium currency. I believe it costs, I think the banners range from like 30 to 50 gems in order to do a summon, like a 10 or 11 pull summon. So we'll go into the shop and take a look at the pricing too, to see how expensive that could be per pull. I'm pretty sure like $30 gets you like almost 2 pulls, which is pretty typical of these games. So it obviously could be better, but in relation to other games of this genre, it's not too bad, to be honest. So we'll just go through this fight. It shouldn't be anything too crazy. So you have the elemental triangle. So that's cool, I guess. I mean, it's pretty copy-paste from other games. I wish we would get something that maybe doesn't do like the elemental triangle thing. I think that would be interesting. But we'll see. There's a couple of games coming out soon that I really want to try. One of them is the Nintendo one, Dragalia Lost. I think that game is going to be really cool. As well as Epic 7 as another gacha game coming out. I think both of those have really big potential. So we'll see how those go. I'll definitely be doing reviews of those. But back to this game. I used to not like portrait mode. I used to only like landscape games, but lately I really like the portrait mode just because it's so much more convenient. I've been playing a lot of Dokkan Battle, so maybe that's what's done it. That's been my main game for the last like 2 months. But yeah, I really like the portrait mode, honestly. I wish more games were like Knights Chronicle where you could pick, you could like swap in between. So, this game is very combo based. So you see like you tap on the circles to use your attacks. And then if your blue gauge gets full, you can swipe up, and they'll do like their special attack. So we're like doing everyone, and like I did everyone's like basic attack, and then I swiped up with her, so now she'll do her like super attack. And then I can like swap the unit out and do his 4 taps to do more damage. So it's really combo based, which is interesting. Although to be honest, I'm more of like a turn-based person. I guess it is kind of turn-based. On the fact that you use all your guys' attacks and then the enemy will attack after. But more of like a traditional, like they have like 3 or 4 spells or abilities, and from there you can like pick what you want to do. But this gameplay seems interesting. So, like I said, the interface is pretty clean, the graphics are nice, everything's laid out pretty well, I think. It just looks really well made. So, I believe now we are done with the in-game stuff and we can go do some summons, which is probably just about the most important part of these games, is the summons. Because, you know, if the characters you're going to collect aren't cool, then what's really the point, to be honest? So we're kind of hoping for the mask guy. He's cool. Honestly, I'll take anything. I mean, I showed the information for this account anyway. So it's like I'm not gonna keep it regardless of what we pull. So I think we're guaranteed to get an SSR. Yep, the rainbow briefcase, that is the SSR. Let's see if we can get 2. We got 1. So the gray ones are just the normal 3 stars, the gold are the 4 stars, and then the rainbow is 5 stars. Well, I guess they're not star based. They're rares, super rares, and then super rares, I believe. Okay. That was pretty cool. Yeah, see, like, I don't know a lot of these units. I know the first 2, I know this guy. But the other 2 I don't really know yet, because I'm not that far in the show. I don't know who this is. That. Oh, I hate this guy. He's a cool character, but like, yeah, not a fan. And then our super rare is the guy I'm not a fan of. So, all right, we'll take it. We'll take it. Yeah, I think this game is really it's really player friendly at the beginning. I think these. So there's 2 types of ways you can like start your game, basically. Like this one with that pull, which guarantees an SSR, and then you get a summoning ticket that guarantees you another SSR. Like that's 2 of them guaranteed. So like, it makes rerolling easy, but that's a good and bad thing. Because it's a good thing because you can kind of get what you want if you dedicate enough time, which is great. But it's kind of a bad thing because it kind of devalues these rare units. And things like PvP are going to be kind of unbalanced because you're going to have to reroll for the best things in order to use them. You know, like to compete, you're going to have to reroll if you care about ranking high in PvP. And that's kind of what I think is the bad thing. So territory battles, I believe these are like limited events where you can only make teams of ghouls and humans, I believe, and then you conquer the map and probably get some rewards. Like I said, I don't really know that much about it. We're gonna skip all this, honestly. So while it's interesting, I don't want this video to be like 20 minutes long. So alright, so that's the basic tutorial. So now from here you can like click up in the top right there where the exclamation point is and collect your gifts. We get Heis, Sasaki, Kaneki, I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm sorry. The summoning voucher, which is going to guarantee you an SSR, and then 53 of the premium currency. which is going to come in handy because we're going to use 50 of that right away. So we're going to go to summon here. So there's quite a few banners. The friend summon is nothing we're going to worry about. It kind of gives low tiered units that aren't going to do much, to be honest. The summon voucher here, we're going to use that. Then you have ghoul summons or dispatch summons. So you're not gonna get any ghouls from this banner. You're not gonna get any of like the they call them doves, I think, or like the CCG guys from there. But we're gonna do one in the premium summon for because I think that has everything. So including some stuff not on those other two banners. But we're gonna do this one first. So we're gonna get a guaranteed SSR. Input password. Kind of a cool summoning animation. It's really, really smooth. This game is really well optimized, honestly. It runs really smooth. Everything looks nice and crisp. So we got our 1 SSR. Can we get 2? Yes, we did. Okay, so I noticed that some of the briefcases have blood on them. I'm pretty sure that means they're ghouls. That's kind of interesting. Let's see if that pans out or if I'm just crazy. Okay, 2 non-ghouls. Alright, so let's see if this one's a ghoul. It is. Okay, interesting. That's kind of cool. So we know we're going to get 2 ghouls and for our SSRs. Because they both have blood on their files. So that's cool. Okay, so I don't know who this guy is. What's he do? Increases dispatch and rescue, new info drop rates. Okay. So I think you can only use some of these guys, like... This guy's, like, can only be used in dispatch quests. I don't really know what that means. I haven't looked into it too much. Yeah, like, these are all ghouls. Okay, she's another one-eyed person. Weird. Oh, this guy. Okay, that's cool. And what's our last one? Okay, cool. So yeah, so we've gotten 3 so far, and I believe they've all been ghouls. So that's going to make our team... there probably is some synergy, I'm going to assume, with those. I think you build teams based on one faction or the other. I could be wrong on that, but that makes sense. To me, that makes sense. But we'll see what we get here. I don't think we're gonna get anything. I think it's kind of hard to get an SSR in this. I think the rate's like 5%. So, oh, we did get one. Okay, wow. So we're gonna get 4 to start with on this account. That's really good. Let's see if we can maybe get 5. No, but it is a ghoul. Okay. Okay, so let's see what we get here. Okay. SR, okay, this guy. Yeah, I know who this guy is. He's in the early part of the show. I like this guy a lot. This guy's really cool. Like, not this card, but like the character, I like him. Okay. Let's see what we get. Okay. So we got 2 different cards of this guy. Because we got him earlier, but it was a different version of him. So that's interesting. Okay. So like, let's go to the banner. Let's look at the details here. This guy, if you're re-rolling, I believe this is the guy you go for. I'm pretty sure he's like the best unit in the game. Odds. Multi-summons. Okay, so like on the 10th pull, you're guaranteed an SSR, it looks like. Right? 1 out of 10 times. But I don't know if that's for this banner, or if that's how every banner works, only certain banners. But featured SSR, you have a 1% chance, and then non-featured SSR, you have a 4% chance. So, yeah, it's like a 5% chance. So, like, you have a 1% chance of getting a featured SSR, and there's 5 featured. So, to get any of the featured SSRs, you have a 0.2% chance. It's really low. I feel like if you're gonna, I feel like it should be reversed. No, like it should be a higher rate of pulling a featured unit as opposed to an unfeatured unit. I feel like that's how it should work. I know like most games I think run this way, but I personally feel like if you're gonna, entice people to summon on these banners, you increase the featured rate and decrease the non-featured rate. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, those rates don't seem great, to be honest. It's kind of a turnoff. I mean, 5% is not bad. Like what I was talking about earlier is like you don't want everyone to have all like the best units because that doesn't make them exciting anymore. It's a tricky balance, but I feel like the featured rate's too low. Maybe make it a 2% and 3% split, or like a equal chance of getting a featured versus unfeatured. Maybe it would be better. I don't know. Let's look at the shop really quick. I feel like this is an important part to always look at, because like a lot of people spend on these games, so I feel like going through this the shop is relatively important. All right, so the gems. So it's gonna cost you, if pulls are a max of 50 gems per pull, it's gonna cost you, $32 per pull. Or you could get like the 165 bundle, which makes it 80. You get 3 pulls, so 80 divided by 3 is like what, $26-ish per pull. So that's really expensive, actually. I don't like, that's too expensive. Yeah, that's not worth it, I don't think. I think that's too expensive. I wish I had like some good like sales. Let's see here. I feel like since it's like just launched, they should have like some launch sales. Like make like a one time to where like this 165 is maybe like, or like even the 90, make the 90 like a one time $10. I feel like a lot of people would buy that, But yeah, it's interesting. Like I said, the gameplay seems interesting with like it's really combo based. I really like the graphics. It's well optimized. It seems like there's some cool stuff. Like there's, it's back to there. Let's see like if there's events. Is like there an event tab somewhere? Up top is all just banners. Let's go over here maybe. Achievements. It's not quite what we're looking for. I'm sure there's like some kind of events. But this is kind of just like a quick look, I guess. So I'm not going to dive too deep into that. But like it seems cool. Like if you're a fan of the show, I'm sure you'll like this. It's really expensive. I might recommend just being a free-to-play player and kind of just pulling for units that you want. I wouldn't go too hard because it's going to get really pricey really quick. But yeah, overall, it seems cool. Let me guys know what you think down below. This video was kind of long. I didn't want it to be a 20-minute video. It kind of ended up that way. But yeah, this is kind of our first look at Tokyo Ghoul Rebirth. Honest opinion, I probably won't play it. I do like the show. I'm going to keep watching the show, but it's just too expensive. I'd want to spend, and I can't afford $26 a pull. It's just for a 1% chance at a featured unit. I just can't. So that's kind of my opinions. Like I said, let me guys know what you think. Leave a comment, all that jazz. If you like this, subscribe. Cool. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.